Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. People, are you watching stock futures right now? They are cratering across the board. Why? By their own numbers, and these numbers are not even real. Inflation continues to surge out of control. Can I please see your shocked face? Oh, really? Oh, no. Make it up. Make any of this stuff up. I dare you, please. It's just beyond belief. Not only is inflation surging out of control, you and I knew this already, but real wages are plummeting. Plummeting. As a matter of fact, they're plummeting for 15 consecutive months. Oh yeah, but everything is great. Couldn't be better. Our economy is so freaking strong. Well, of course, ex-President Bidenstein, mummy man himself, or pick one central banker. They're all going to tell you how great we're doing. Oh yeah, Federal Reserve. U.S. economy is progressing at a moderate pace. We're looking really, really good. But inflation's a little bit out of control. Maybe just a little bit. This shit gets to me, people. You know it does. It's completely nuts here. Our economy is, I mean, it's so done. It's just over. It's going to continue to contract faster than ever before globally, not just here in the United States. And again, do you really honestly feel in your heart of hearts, that this is just some accident just happened to happen? Oh, really? Oh, let me ask you. So being that we have inflation surging out of control, up 9.1% in June, and real wages, and I mean this in the literal sense, falling off of a cliff here, they're in free fall, and being that the Federal Reserve has a mandate to maintain price stability, how about we finally get rid of the Federal Reserve? Oh no. Oh, that won't ever happen, because you see, they're the real government, and no one's going to tell you that. Anyway, so that's the story this morning. We had stock futures that were positive across the board, anticipating this number, this headline number with regard to inflation here. And then when it came out, much worse than expected. Oh, it wasn't transitory. Oh, we're not peaking either. You remember yesterday, out of the Federal Reserve's own mouth, we're not peaking. I want to know seriously when someone is going to be held to account here. This is so freaking disgusting, vomitous, putrid, rancid. I can't even think of a word for it. It's deceptionary, like I said yesterday. This is a deceptionary event on a freaking scale that is just hard to get your freaking head around here. And it's not going to stop. Mortgage applications, literally, people have vanished. There's a big problem with regard to real estate right now. Absolutely. Ask Chuck. Ask freaking Chuck about it, and he'll tell you he is the real estate guy. But anyway, with regard to this market, yes, stock futures were higher, and then, I mean, we just fell off of a cliff. I don't know what they're doing right now, but the last time I looked, it looked like a steep sell-off right at the open. However, are you watching that 10-year yield? That actually came up. 3.04. Are we on the precipice of another sell-off here in the debt market? Nothing would surprise me here, but understand what's going to happen. We already know, you and I, anyone with a functioning brain, that there is unprecedented, and I mean that it's unprecedented rigging going on here in the debt market via central banks suppressing rates. It's out of control, although it's about control. Trying to control the yield curve, which is twisted every which way like a freaking pretzel, and you got this issue with the benchmark 10-year yield here. All right, so we just got to jump higher on the back of this abysmal economic news with regard to inflation out of control. Dollar is somewhat stronger, and that's going to, people, mark my words on this. And, you know, I may not get so much right lately, and I've definitely been on the wrong side of things for a while. I've come out here, I admitted it, I've explained this in my newsletter, got to get my mojo back, but I think I am, I'll be honest with you. And you got this phenomenon here, the dollar, you know, the relative strength of the dollar or the Dixie, DXY, it's got a lot higher to go. And this is going to, look, this is going to hit earnings. Okay, multinational corporations here, they don't like the strong dollar because of that, the exchange rate issue, and it hits their earnings, and this has the potential to hit the market. But what's going to happen? You got the Federal Reserve, ECB in here suppressing rates, trying to push cash back into the stock market. Doesn't seem to be working. It was working, not working so well now, is it? No, oh my. Anyway, this is going to hit earnings. Unless they come out with the most fictitious, fake, bogus information in the history of the world. Oh, imagine the information's real. Oh, we don't get that anymore. This is a completely propagandized market where there is not a single asset, not one today, that has a real price discovery mechanism behind it. Why? Because you got central banks, none more than the Federal Reserve, out of control, trying to exert control on the markets by rigging the largest part of the market, which just happens to be the debt market. Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to know that either. That's the story. What else is going on? You got cryptocurrencies under a little pressure, gold and silver under pressure. You got crude oil under pressure. Looks like a pan sell-off yet again, people. Things are going to get very real, and there's going to be a lot of effort by central banks to continue to at least prop up the market via rigging the debt market. It's right now, I've said this a million times, that the most rigged aspect of this market is the precious metals market. Okay, but no, this has now gone beyond that. This is the debt market. And of course, it's metals too. Look, like I just said, nothing is real. Nothing has a real price action discovery mechanism behind it whatsoever. It's just so freaking crazy. Oh, by the way, in case you needed to hear another brilliantly perfect piece of information here, the International Monetary Fund again is lowering their GDP forecast, saying the global economy is going to contract. Oh, really? Oh, these rocket scientists in the IMF, they're telling us what we already know. Oh, make it up. Make any of this shit up. Can't happen, people. So let me calm down a minute. Oh, by the way, I just got my new National Dragster magazine, and that makes everything well, because I'm going to be reading this today. Sometimes you need a little break from things. Yeah, I just got that in the mail. I'm happy to look at it. Anyway, look, so here's a story, people. Forgetting about National Dragster magazine. Why I just did that, I have no idea. Just things pop into my head. So we got, again, I don't think this is a surprise to you. And this is their own numbers. By their own numbers, we got this abysmal, absolutely shocking inflation report with real wages falling for 15 consecutive months. Oh, but they want you to think we're all rich. And people, they're just so happy and gleeful. They're jumping around, doing little bunny hops. All over the place, they're so happy and fun, and they're enjoying life. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, the truth of the matter is they're getting destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. They're being wiped out. Literally. I mean, in the literal sense here. People are being turned into slaves to the system. Does that sound familiar to you? It really should. Okay, because it's biblical. Okay, it really is. Conform to the system or you will be eliminated. Doesn't that sound kind of interesting here? I think it does. It's, look, I don't think we're seeing anything that you or I have not anticipated would happen or has been foretold to us for a very, very long time. So just get hip to the situation, understand what's going on, realize that this deceptionary event, the lies, the propaganda, the misdirection, the look here, don't look here, the faking of the data. This number today, this isn't real. This isn't probably even close to what the real numbers are with regard to inflation and real wages falling off of a cliff here. It's over. We are in an economic meltdown. And this economic meltdown globally is going to get worse because they're going to create more slaves to the system. At the same time, another crisis to crisis to crisis. This mechanism here in place, is simply a way to borrow more cash and pull it into the now so central banks can finish their final solution. Okay, does that sound familiar to you? Final solution? Maybe you should look that up, because that's what's going on here. This is an extermination on a global scale of an entire class of people, turning them into slaves. We have slave nations. United States, largest debtor nation the world has ever seen, and they're creating more slaves, former members of the middle class, falling into that lower rung of society so they can get on their knees and be forced to pray to the new God. And the new God is central banks. So we're going to throw them scraps as they become slaves to the system. Don't you see what is going on? I really hope you do, people. I really, really freaking hope so. So that's the story right now. I don't know what else to say. We got surging inflation out of control. No surprise to you. Real wages falling off a cliff. No surprise to you. IMF cutting global forecast yet again. I was writing some stuff down this morning. It's crazy. And watch for earnings. Let's see what they're going to do here. I'm telling you, there's no way on this planet or off this planet or anywhere else that this issue with this phenomenon with the surging dollar isn't going to hit earnings. But who knows what kind of fake data they're going to put out and force you to freaking fist feed you. Who knows what they're going to do. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go read my National Dragster magazine. This is not an ad for National Dragster magazine, okay? Just trying to distract myself a little bit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. Comment here. What do you think about all of this? I want to hear from you. Like I said, I'll read the comments, share the video, and I'll see you later.